Vantage Point, your new album.
Yeah.
It's the name. It's also the name of your studio
Yeah.
at Antwerp. A new studio. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. What was named first, the studio
No,
or the
it was named. Okay, because it was an empty block before that. There was an artist working in that loft, and then we turned it into a studio. It was first called Nothing. Then we called the album Vantage Point, and then we
Why?
decided to call the studio Vantage because it's a good name.
Do you see things
And
differently?
it sounds cool. See at Vantage Point at 5.
No, but you may see things different. You are
Well-
growing up as a band.
Well, but you mean the title, obviously. But Antwerp's got to do with it. Belgium's got to do with it. The fact that we live and that we come from where we come. You know, there have been moments where I went like, oh fuck, I wish I was, born somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think everybody has that.
Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah. And then there are moments, and you say, no, it's exactly good point where we. And I think Vantage Point is. I think dEUS wouldn't be dEUS if we would have been born in the States. It would have been different, or in UK. So it's kind of like coming to terms with that, and they, embracing it and saying, okay, this is where we're from, and the reason we make the music we make is got a lot to do with the place we come from.
I know you are playing a new song, Dark Sets In.
Yeah.
It's from the new album. Are you
yeah.
preparing one?
We will. So yes, we are preparing. We were writing.
Quickly.
Sorry.
Quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, quickly. It's not because we're preparing that it will come out quickly, but we try to finish it at the end of next year and then bring it out as soon as possible in 2010, because we want to be more productive. We are, we're, as I said, in a good period, and we didn't play it last night because it still needs some changes, but we're maybe going to play it tomorrow in Porto, the new song. But there's like 3 or 4 already floating around, so...
I know you are also a director. Are you preparing a new movie?
Yes, well, I'm not really in a hurry because I'm having a good time with the band, and I won't be touring when I'm 70 probably, so I'll be making movies then. So I've just prepared some stuff for later, in 3-4 years maybe. We'll see. It all depends. I have a side that likes to organize things, but I also have a very spontaneous side where I go, I'll see what the fuck will happen.
And I know you had the opportunity to interview Nick Cave.
Yes.
How was
Did you
it?
see that?
Yeah, so it's.
I didn't see it.
No, you are okay. You are okay.
Okay, I didn't see it.
You were a journalist for a moment.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, I prepared myself. He was very friendly. He was very kind. I'm, of course, a big fan. Certainly after, the last 12 years, he's made unbelievable albums, and it was just good. It was just good to do it. When they asked me, I didn't have to think 10 seconds. They said, "Do you want to interview Cave?" I went like, "Yes," because I've interviewed some people in the past, and they're all pretty good. So I went, I'm not going to go down. I interviewed J.J. Cale once. I interviewed Will Oldham, Bonnie Prince Billy, and I interviewed David Lynch once. So now it was Nick Cave. So I've got that's a pretty good good list.
Your expectations about the concerts in Porto?
I love that club. I saw Queens of the Stone Age there with Millionaire, a Belgian band, play in 2003, and it was this is my top 3 of best rock shows ever. We had never played that because in Porto we played the Colosseum, we played Casa de Musica, which is great, fantastic high-tech place, but very fucking boring for a rock band. So we chose this one. And I hear it's full, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. A last question. I know you like Leonard Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any music or song that you wished you had written?
From Leonard Cohen, everything.
Yeah, he was here.
No. A recent song I just told your colleague that I wish I would have written is Sam Sparrow, Black and Gold. I think that's a great pop tune. It's very soulful. And from Leonard Cohen. So many teachers probably, or no teacher. I would say Famous Blue Raincoat.
Let's talk about dEUS' future. Your expectations about the band.
To make an album and come out with it as quickly as we can. I mean, quicker than we used to. So not 2.5 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, but maybe 1.5 years after the last one. That's one thing, and then just keep on doing it. Be good if we could finally go to Australia and Japan, because this record came out, but we never got there.
You are going to Australia?
No, it's not. There's always something coming in the way, and. So we'll see. But that's definitely a wish of mine. But apart from that, I think it's fantastic that there's like 16-year-olds here who like Architect and who like Eternal Woman. It's great. So that just makes me so
Grab
happy.
a new generation.
That's fantastic. Well, every country has a new generation. Well, luckily, otherwise there'd be only Portuguese people, which would be nice. But, you know, the Belgians deserve a chance too.
Thank you so much, Tom.
You're welcome.